Welcome back from break.
It totally sounded like you said it.
Where...
I don't know where to go from there. I'm going to be honest with you.
No
one trusting. Anyway, let's
I'm
move
at a
on.
loss.
Yeah, welcome back, everybody.
I've got some Doritos, actually, just so you know. Okay, let's move on.
Doritos.
You are outside of this nice little town, if you could call it that.
So it's not a nice town?
I mean,
Is it
from
a
what
bad
you
town?
see of it, like I said, it's the houses are made of mud and sticks. They look pretty solid though, for construction wise. The two guards, like I said, they haven't noticed you or anything. You're far enough away. They, like I said, they look bored almost. I mean, they're still holding their post, but their finger isn't on the trigger. They're kind of just there.
I
They're
think
trying to get through the workday.
I think someone.
Apollo walks up in between them.
Between them?
Yep.
Okay.
And he says hi to his guard and asks him how his day is going.
As soon as you walk into sight, the crossbows are up.
That's okay. I mean, they're a guard. They're guarding their post.
Who are
Yeah,
you?
they're just doing their
They're
job.
doing their job.
What are you doing? What do you want? Anyone who wants,
okay.
anyone who wants to give me a say a nature roll or a history roll,
Okay.
feel free to, as much as they want. Apollo, you have a crossbow pretty much on your forehead. The tip's kind of sitting there.
Uh, 14 for me.
I got 16.
13.
14 as well.
All right. You all realize that it's very odd. This is the first goblin you've ever seen that spoke common.
Is it?
Fluent common, as in like sounds
Fluent
like
and not broken.
any one of you. It's not. It seems like common is his first language.
Okay.
Okay.
Alright.
Apollo's gonna talk to the guard. But...
Do they
Hail!
Apollo does
Satan.
have
do they know that we're there? Can they tell? Do they know that we are nearby?
Yeah, is it just? Can they just? See
I
Apollo
gotta
right
say,
now?
none of us left. Apollo's the one that just kind of wandered up there on his own.
yeah. They are really focused on Apollo.
All right,
As he kind of like went right up to their faces.
guys, I should sneak attack.
Why would we attack them?
As you say, guys, we should sneak attack.
He knows we can't. He knows we can't hear him from where we are.
Who are you with?
I'm
Do you
just.
actually say that, or
No, I didn't. So if I were to respond, I'd be like, "I'm just a guy standing in front of a goblin." With
How you introduce yourself?
yeah,
I thought you asked him how his
I was-
day was.
I was trying to make
Yeah.
a freaking notebook reference.
yeah, no, I caught the reference and I
Um.
dismissed it right away.
Okay. Yeah. So, hail, good sir. I'm a traveler around these parts, and I was hoping to. I was hoping to gain access to town to maybe resupply, rest up, and I'll be on my way.
The guard kind of looks over at his guard buddy. They kind of look back and forth. He kind of backs up and like leans over to his friend, and they kind of whisper to each other. And he doesn't take the crossbow off you, and he goes, "Okay, wait here." And the other guard kind of goes running off.
Do they notice the armor tar?
The what?
His
The
arms.
armor tar?
Yeah, I mean, they'd see it.
That's.
I mean,
probably
I'm
why
not trying.
people
I'm not
were
trying.
whispering
I'm
about.
not trying to hide it.
Yeah, I mean, it's an armitar.
Think if you could get another hand that you could hook at the end of the
Oh my god.
the part of the.
Oh my god! What if I could make like a bow staff of arms?
Oh well, no, I was gonna say you could have it hold on to your shirt, and rigor mortis would set in, so it would just be like on hilt at all times, and you could just rip it off.
I was
Or
seeing
I can make
nunchucks.
armor out of
nunchucks.
people's arms.
Nunchucks
Yeah, I can do
made
that.
out of two hands holding swords.
Scimitars.
Oh my God.
I want to lean over
Squirrel
to.
trucks.
I want to lean over to Earth and say, do you know much about goblins?
They have pointy ears, and I know this much about them.
God.
Yes.
So I lean across and
They
say,
have pointy ears, and they're blue.
They
and they
also-
sing, and there's a female one with blonde hair named Smurfette.
they also revere cats as gods.
Do that?
Understandably.
And so if we do make our way into the town, make sure you act almighty.
Soren might want to
see.
go.
Thank you
Soren might wanna do
thank
a,
you for the heads up, Dr. Wiener.
Soren might want to put on a disguise for like for a Tabaxi then.
Nah.
That might be a good idea.
Soren's lying to me.
You can, if you want to check to see if he's lying to you.
I believe him.
you
He's a
can.
professor. He knows, not me.
Yeah, I mean,
I just know what they are
Can
and
I just
nothing
also
else.
look around to see if the little thing is still with us as we're getting closer to the town?
oh yeah, he's chilling.
He's on that Bunsen burner. He loves it.
No, that Bunsen burner's off.
Oh.
Kyle turned it off a long time ago.
Yeah.
Kyle still has my Bunsen burner.
Kyle still has your Bunsen burner.
I gave it back.
No.
I was gonna say I left it for, but
I mean, as long as one of us has it,
Yeah.
it doesn't matter.
I mean, we
Um,
didn't
yeah,
really
no,
walk
it's-
that
yeah.
far.
for the
It's
sake,
still
I'm gonna
kinda
say I
chilling.
gave it back to you.
All right, cool.
In fact, as you're looking around for him, you notice him kind of start hopping towards where Apollo went.
What? No.
Okay.
Don't blow my cover.
I follow him.
This fire thing is fucking everything up.
I stay where I am.
Yeah. I make my way towards the goblin after that, and I tell it hello. Hello.
It's who are you? What? And he kind of looks confused.
Oh, that's a cool weapon.
But
I have a
like,
longbow. Would you like to see it?
Just stay where you are. Is that your friend? And he says that last part to you, Apollo. He's like, is that your friend?
Yes.
We are friends.
How many more of you are there? He sees the thing hopping. What the hell is that thing?
Roughly 17.
If we all have good sense, then it's just the two of us.
But we don't, so there'll probably be more. Which I relate to him.
He kind of gives a yell backwards. Is like,
Is there a
Hey!
problem, officer?
hey!
What?
What? What?
He's like yelling straight into Kevin.
So, someone give me a straight answer. You! And he points at you, Apollo.
Okay.
How
Does it
many
like
are
a gay
there?
answer?
Call your friends out here now.
Okay.
And what the fuck is that thing? And he points across
I'm a
to
Tabaxi.
Can I use
at
thieves?
the fire.
Can I use thieves' cant? Is that a thing I can do?
That is it. You can speak to him in Thieves' Cant.
Yeah, I was trying to find the. Yeah.
It's a language that only people who know it know it. It's a
During your rogue training, you learn thieves' cant, a secret mix of dialogue, jargon, and code that allows you to hide messages in seemingly normal
So
conversation.
essentially, you're talking jive to him. Like,
But the thing
Yeah.
is, I don't think it's in vocal word. I think it's written.
No, yeah,
no, it is vocal.
no,
The
it's
way it
dialect,
works is-
jargon, and code.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Have you ever seen like
It can be a
in
mix.
old movies when you go to the bar that has one of those doors with the slats that you open and you have to say the password, but the password's in like, the dog strikes at midnight, and then the other guy's like, but are his fleas all powdered? And then
I prefer to just think of as the old lady from Airplane that speaks in jive.
yeah, no, yeah.
So, thieves cant. It takes 4 times longer to convey such a message than it does to speak the idea plainly.
yes. So
In addition, you understand a set of secret signs and symbols used to convey short, simple messages.
okay, so
Yeah.
if you want to use Thieves' Cant, what you're gonna do is tell me what you want to, the message you want to convey, then tell it to me how you say it in game, how your character says. So, like, tell me what you
Well-
want to convey, and then talk Thieves' Cant to me.
And then we get to see if the goblins think you're crazy and shoot you.
That is a valid point.
So I yell out. So just like I make like kind of like an exasperated look at the goblin. Like, I mean, there's nobody else there, but I'll yell out if you really want me to. So in the thieves' cant is what I'm saying is.
Oh, so you're talking Thieves' Cant to your friends?
No. Oh, Wait, because I was trying to.
Only you understand thieves. None of us
And
do.
other thieves.
Yeah.
I'm a professor.
So
You're not
right
smart enough to
now,
understand.
no. What do you?
Well, because I wanted to. Are they within like? Are the two within like eyeline distance?
The two what? The two guards?
So no,
Me
Uki
and
and
Sorran.
Sorran.
Yeah, do we see what's going on?
We'll say you can see what's going on. That you're
Okay,
close enough but far enough to you can hear shouts. You wouldn't be able to hear like normal conversation, but you can hear shouts and you can see. You can definitely make out shapes. Kind of see where people are. You know.
I say to Uki, I think he's got it under control.
Trying to think of how this could work.
I'm gonna half agree with you for just because with those two, who knows what can go on.
Good point. Probably we should have gone, to be fair.
Can I do thieves can't? But
Well, they went ahead.
I want to try to convince the. I want to use like hand signals. So I'm not directly saying anything to Sorran or Uki, but I'm trying to like give a message through like body language or whatever.
That's not how thieves can't work.
It says I can use.
That's not.
Yes, but Kevin, we need
You
to
understand a
thieves
secret
can't.
set of signs.
But that's the
don't
thing. It's a
understand
secret
these-
set of signs.
but
It's not
only
like you
you
being
understand
like
that.
you over
Yeah.
here. It's more just like
Yeah.
All right, fine. I'll do thieves can't on the fucking goblin.
I need more room so I can do all these hand gestures without screaming like I'm smashing you.
Yep.
Oh, so you want to speak thieves can't to the guard? Is what
Yeah.
you're saying? Okay.
You can hopefully speak it.
Who?
I basically I want to talk to him in a way that's very condescending, but
Okay.
but
I think
it's also very
Tonio, is it?
but it's also very believable.
Okay. So what is it that you want to convey in the secret language? What do you want to tell him in thieves can't?
Word for word, what do you want to tell him?
Yes.
And then-
Word for word. What do you want to tell him?
Yeah, and then that gets converted.
Word for word, I'm gonna say there are only two of us, and this and there's nobody else.
Parentheses condescending.
Parentheses
Yeah.
subject to change. Subject to change.
Now, how do you say it in thieves can't?
Well, Sir Goblin, when we companion, we we're traveling. Me and this Tabaxi, I can't. We were traveling. See, we were traveling to the next town to resupply our caravan.
I like how you're making him an effing psychopath to do it.
Yeah. This
It's
is
like-
great though.
He has stage right.
Yeah.
I guess I don't understand really how thieves can't works.
No, you know.
It's all right. We now understand less how it works.
Yeah.
That brings it on
Wait,
with,
here's a good way, Kevin.
Uh-huh.
Think of thieves can as pig Latin.
Yes.
I don't even know Pig Latin.
it's not on his
But do you know
curriculum.
like the meaning of pig Latin?
Dude, my head doesn't work that fast to work like that.
Think of
But
it.
you know what the concept of pig
I
Latin.
know what the concept is, but my
Oh,
brain
just
doesn't
Think of
work
that
fast
as
enough.
thieves can't. Think of that as what thieves can.
Think of it as
Uh,
you're trying to portray a secret message in a normal paragraph.
Can I? How about I
Which
just
is
like?
more or less what pig Latin.
Can
Alright,
it literally just be like I'm having a conversation with him, and then like there's like a 5-second interval where I just talk really fast when he doesn't understand, and then back to normal conversation.
Here's how it works. All right, you're trying to convey the message to him that there's only two of you, but condescendingly and stuff. So you look at him, and in thieves can't go, boy, those roses sure do smell nice, don't they? And the goblin kind of cocks his head to the side at you,
Oh, so I'm implanting like an idea, kind of.
and he's like,
Yes.
"What roses? What are you talking about?" He he doesn't understand thieves can't. So you just spoke nonsense at him. He answered.
Did you tell him about our other two compatriots?
Is he? By the two compatriots,
You
you
have
mean
two
us?
more.
Then yes.
You have two more friends?
No,
I
just
have lots
us.
of friends. How many friends do you have?
The Tabaxi just likes the number 2.
How many friends do you have?
He points the
You asked me a
crossbow at
question.
Apollo. You shut up. How many friends are with you?
Right now, 1 who's in front of me. Would you like to be my friend? Then there can be 2.
I would love to be your friend, and I want to meet all of your friends. Can I meet them now?
Some of them are far, far away, but we can. You can travel with us. You can join our party.
Sounds like a plan. Let's do it. You follow behind. Show us the way.
Okay.
He smiles, kind of cocks his head to the side.
So the first place I bring him is to the little fire guy, and I explain that he's a little fire guy, but don't touch him because he's hot and it will burn you.
He kind of looks at Apollo and is like, yeah, makes sense.
Then I walk over to Apollo
it's not fun.
and I give about a 30-minute description of who Apollo is, and I just keep talking about him for an unnecessary amount of time.
Seems about accurate to describe Apollo.
Yeah, as you're
Can you roll to see how
explaining
accurate he is?
Sure.
Okay.
Would that be performance or deception?
It would be performance, or he could...
Well, I'm not lying about it. I'm just talking about who Apollo is.
Yeah, or you could just talk about him if you want. Or
Well, I just want to see like how accurate.
you can
how
make
accurate.
a roll, or you can talk.
Okay, this is Apollo. He is my friend. He likes to cuddle with other people, but he likes to try and take my spot whenever I lay down. But I didn't let that happen. He likes to spoon with people. I don't know what that means. Then we went and we were detectives.
At about this time, the other goblin comes walking up.
Is he your friend?
The goblin with the... Well, they both have crossbows, but the one who's been with you guys leans over and goes, I think they have more friends with them. I don't know how many. They're going to bring us to them, though. And the other guy goes, okay, well, when we get them together, bring them to the chief.
They're talking thieves,
wrong.
Kent.
Yeah.
No, they're talking complete common.
Apollo can't comprehend.
Scott and Kyle, you guys can't hear it because it's just normal conversation level, but the other 2 can.
We
I
can
feel
see
like
them.
thieves can't is it isn't used a lot.
Well, it is with
Think-
thieves.
Think of thieves can't as like...
It's the rogue secret language.
Yes, exactly.
Well, I'm the only rogue, so I'm just
Yeah,
talking about it.
exactly.
Okay, but maybe you will find other rogues.
Yeah, I mean, you tried to
There
speak
are
to
other
him.
like an
rogues
Ember?
in the world.
You tried to
Other
speak to a
rogue.
god.
You can also leave messages
The one
behind.
other rogue. The one other rogue.
Can I ask a question? I take it we can see them now heading towards us.
Oh, I'm still talking about Apollo.
Okay. Can
Currently, he's still talking to a
Are
ball.
they wearing a uniform?
Uniform.
Why do you keep mocking everything Scott said?
That's not
Sorry,
fair.
the
I can't
coffee's
do
kicking
that.
in.
Yeah, because American accents are very not.
Yeah.
Fun.
Yeah.
It's tough to they're wearing like leather armor and skins. It doesn't look like they're not all the same color and everything. It looks like they've made their own, so it's kind of hard to make a design. So it looks very
Okay.
Kinda
While we've been here, have we
piecemeal.
noticed anything coming in or going out of the town or anything? Can we see into the town, or is there anything going on? Or
right now, as of where you guys are, you're too far a little bit. There hasn't been any trade or anything coming and going. No one coming into the town or out of. The 2 that are at the guards can see hustle and bustle in the town. Other goblinoids moving about.
Goblinoids. I love it.
Yeah. All right.
I said the same thing earlier.
Yep.
That's what they're called, goblinoids. That's what encompasses like the what is it? The
Goblin
goblin, the
family.
hobgoblin, and the
Bugbear.
bugbear.
Yep.
Oh, one is. Oh, it's a fucking
Nah.
bugbear.
Not that you're necessarily
That's a
basing
bear
on
the
or
size-
anything.
The bug the size of a bear.
Yeah. No, a bear the size of a bug.
Bear the size of a bug.
That's a tiny
That's
little bear.
adorable.
So adorable. I want one now, actually.
That'd be adorable.
So yeah, there is movement in the town, but it's not like alarms haven't been rose or anything.
there's nothing I can ascertain as to what actually happens in this town. If it's like a working town, or if it's just a camp of a group of people, or
From
Well, if you
where
had,
from
if
where
you had Dave's cat, I can tell you.
from where you're at, it looks like a permanent town of maybe gatherers, hunter-gatherers. You know, you notice that there might be like a furs or a leathers drying rack off to one side. I mean, it looks like an industrious people.
Okay.
And it does look like the homes are more permanent and not like a tent type situation.
I look at Uki and say, "What do you think? Should we make a move or should we stay here?"
Probably stay here for now. It seems like nothing bad is going on. Jesse, about how far away are we actually?
Say a good couple 100 yards.
I mean, I will say that he hasn't lowered his crossbow for about half an hour.
Well, right now this is just kind of like all happening, I guess, at the same time as you guys.
Yeah, maybe we should move up just a little bit.
As they're standing there, you're still kind of talking about Apollo, and he's like, "Okay, Apollo seems great. Now, who else?
Oh,
we all want to be friends."
And Apollo starts talking about Earth.
He starts explaining who I am.
He's my friend. He's also a Tabaxi.
He points his crossbow at you again and says, "Not you."
Oh.
Looks angry. And
Well,
then
I have
goes back to
I have a friend named Uki. He's kind of like him, and I point at the fireball, except he's a lot bigger, and he's made of fire, and he might be a god, but I'm not sure.
They kind of look at each other and like, and where's he?
He's with our other friend, who's a powerful professor. Very well gifted in magic and sorcery.
Sounds wonderful. Can we meet them?
Yes, as I try to recall how far from me they are.
In my mind's eye.
They're over there somewhere.
Yeah, all right. And they kind of nod to you to kind of lead on.
Okay, so then rather than go to where they currently are, I go to where I remember their last known location was, since they moved up. So I completely disacknowledge the fact that they moved up because I wouldn't know that and moved to where they once were.
Take them back to the campsite.
Makes sense.
That's where I'm taking them.
I mean,
I'm gonna show him.
I feel like we're gonna be moving in the same. Be moving what, parallel to each other?
Probably. I was gonna go show him Sorran's bed and explain that to them.
You guys, I'll say you guys are in kind of a tall underbrush, so you can show yourselves or not. It's your call. But yeah, you take them over to the.
You can see me excitedly explaining all kinds of stuff to them.
Actually, Sorran had packed up his stuff, so Sorran's bed isn't there. I don't know if anyone else's bed was there, or it's just.
Well, I never laid anything out. So
I would have packed up my.
So you're explaining where the bed was, showing the imprint, and being like.
You see a Bunsen burner.
Yeah,
we were all cuddled here and here.
As far as they know, though, there's just two, because I was in Sorran's knapsack, and so was Earth, and then Wookie had his own, so there's only two imprints.
Yes, but they're going on the words that there's a god-like thing named Uki and a very powerful professor.
Yeah.
Known as
not two words that generally go together.
He's Dr. Wiener.
Dr. Wiener, yeah. Known as Dr. Wiener.
Because that's how he introduced himself to me in the first episode.
So they're kind of looking around. They're like,
he wouldn't lie to me. He just lies to everyone else.
So where are they, man? I thought we were all going to be friends.
So did I. They must have left.
Where'd they go?
I don't know. I was talking to you, remember? I walked up to you and you asked me who I was and I told you. And then you asked who my friends were, so I started to explain this. And then I
started talking
the
about
same sentence.
He's my friend, yeah. He's my friend. Met him in a bar fight.
So they were here right before you came to talk to us.
Did we see them walk past?
They were.
Yeah, you saw them walk past.
Should we
go
walk
towards
the town?
They start heading back. You can have this conversation and
so
maybe
they haven't
if you decide to move. What's up there?
They haven't like restrained us or anything, have they?
No.
They seem pretty chill.
Anytime.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't trying to attack them, but
no, anytime you try and say anything or anything, Kevin, they get angry at you and like point the crossbow at you and tell you to shut the fuck up. And they're focusing their attention on the very helpful and nice kitty person.
Can I take my armor tar out and just start looking at it as we walk?
I've got cat talent, and that includes naturally adorable.
I'm trying to add intimidation where there isn't any, because I have +0 intimidation. Oh no, I have -1 intimidation.
Oh, so you're trying to intimidate them?
Yeah.
How? I mean, to do what? Usually, when you're trying to intimidate someone, it's like you.
I just want to make them I just want to make them generally uneasy.
I think you've done that already. Yeah.
You didn't even have to roll.
Yeah, I mean, they are on edge. I mean, you each have a crossbow pretty much like at your heart or head or some other vital part of your anatomy.
I proceed to lick the edge of the scimitar to make it look like I'm crazy.
Why are you licking your scimitar? Are you crazy? Like I told you earlier, Apollo does all kinds of silly things. I never know what he'll do next. I think he worked in a circus, but I don't know.
I would like to step out of the bush and start walking towards the town gates. Whether I'm in front of them or behind them, I don't care.
Are we able to see them from there? What the goblins?
I'll follow.
I will say that their backs are to Scott and Kyle, so if they want to go, you guys can see them. The guards cannot see them.
I just start doing like signals like.
You're right, Apollo. There they are.
That's when they whip around and see you do. Hey! They go rushing over to you guys.
I wave.
I rush with them.
Yeah,
I'm running with the two goblins.
I run too.
I can't wait to introduce you to Dr. Wiener and Mookie.
So these are your friends, right?
Yeah.
Well, very nice to meet you, friends.
Yeah, we have other friends too.
I have lots of friends.
Nice to meet you too.
Do you guys have lots of friends?
Same.
Other friends? Kind of shifting the crossbows around. How many other friends?
An entire college worth.
It's a whole school willing to die for us.
Yeah.
Well, what do you want?
They gave him a Gary Coleman grill, and I point to Kevin.
Like I said, we're just gonna pass through town. We're not gonna cause any trouble. And if you guys just let us through, we're just gonna be on our way, get our stuff, and we got get out.
Can't you just go around?
Well, we need to resupply and we need to rest up. That's the issue. Well, that's the reason why we're going through this town, man.
Between you and me,
is there any more of you? They're obviously talking to the whole group.
There's a dark, powerful mage that we're here to pursue.
He kind of looks to all of you for like a confirmation of any of that.
We don't know if he's a mage.
We don't know how powerful he was.
He shot one of our friends with fire. Not his fire, or his fire, but different fire.
Well, how about
this? This is true. We are tracking somebody who did kill a person with magic.
You guys just come with us and talk to the chief. I mean, if you're going to be cool about it, we can be cool about it.
I put my fingers on the end of the crossbow and say, are these entirely necessary? And start to push downwards slightly.
I'd like to meet the chief.
I also go up to one of the goblins. Hey, I have finesse and simple crossbows. You guys have an extra one lying around here anywhere?
Trying to buy it all.
As it says like this, but the crossbow goes up.
Oh.
Are they necessary?
Yeah, I mean, these
kind of points to him, points to the crossbow.
I understand his. You can keep him at crossbow. Why don't you just both point them at him?
they just kind of lower the crossbow.
Thank you.
Can you guys keep him in check?
I'm always in check,
he's
baby.
Harmless.
Yeah.
Pull up here. Put up a freaking.
He's harmless. Harmless may do stupid stuff, but harmless nonetheless.
So pop your collar up.
Well,
I don't have a collar on right now. I can't do it.
Can you guys just come with me?
Okay.
We'll
Can
take
I
you
would
right
like to
to
meet.
the...
Can you tell us about your town while we're walking?
Come with me.
Like, do you keep a
Sure.
lot of gold here? No, let's just go.
You know what?
Jesse, what's our little fire friend doing?
He's kind of just hopping along. He's been chilling right around like
He's setting up
where-
little fire everywhere he
earth and
everywhere he
stuff.
hops.
Yeah, everywhere he hops, there's a little bit of a little bit of a scorch, if you will.
Whoa.
I'll set my hand down for him to crawl up it.
I think we may have made a grave
He
error.
sees it and kind of hops up and hops on your shoulder.
My shoulder. All right.
Yeah, he's chilling up on your shoulder.
They got everything from kobolds to wargs.
Alright.
I think we may have made a terrible error.
Oh,
I just
man.
blindly go with them.
We may
Is that Dragonborn in the corner?
find out.
These two guys lead you through the town. They kind of hold on.
I wave to every single person that we pass.
They start just
I wave it-
describing all the different various areas. There's like
I wave to people with my armatar.
they kind of look nervous every time you do. He points out this first building to the right there is kind of their guard shack where all
God,
the
shack, baby. Oh, sorry, carry on.
guard shack.
That's where they fix cell phones.
Yeah, that's where all the cell service comes in and stuff
Yeah.
like that.
You get all your hobby stuff down there.
The next building, kind of to the left there, is kind of their storehouse area. You can usually talk to the person there and maybe barter, trade.
Then why is a man trying to put his finger in the other one's butt?
I mean,
Where else are you supposed to store it?
exactly.
Oh, the other guy's
Orange,
like,
dog.
"Where I put it?" He's like, "It's fat."
He mentions that they have a blacksmith's there. Points out their like church.
That's racist.
And he takes you.
Is it to Miracle?
Miracle.
Miracle, the goblin god.
Sure.
Man, you don't even know your stuff, dude.
Actually, no, it's not. He looks
It's
at you. You mentioned that, and he looks at you. Just kind of keeps walking.
The only two things I know about them: they have pointed ears and Miracle.
And they praise cats.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, as I walk through
right.
waving to everybody, it's very eccentric, but I'm also holding my pose very straight backed as I.
Give me a
I'm
performance.
sauntering through. Oh
Give me
yeah,
a
F yeah.
performance check.
Regardless how this goes, it's gonna go great.
Oh yeah, without a doubt.
And then my performance bonus. Let's see what I got there. It's a +2.
Wow. Yeah, you are. You're pretty regal. You are definitely, back straight. You're giving the royal wave and everything.
Oh, I still want an overly eccentric wave.
Fair enough. And everyone's just kind of confused, nervous, like they don't know what's going on. It seems to you guys that they don't really get many strangers. Yeah. So they walk you all the way to. There's not much room on the map, but this back area where they actually lead you through the first room, which is there's a few guards in that first room. Yeah, we can move you guys up there. Where you guys are in this room right here. There's a few guards there. There's some tapestries on the wall. It looks like a waiting room of some sort, or like an ante room. They lead you into the next room, which is decked out in decorations.
Finger paints.
There's a giant throne on one end where obviously the gentleman that's in charge is kind of sitting there lounging, relaxing,
And I'll shooting some b-ball outside of school.
when a couple of guys, 4 to be exact, who are up to no good. No,
Started causing trouble in my town.
there's a few other guards dotted around the room. They're standing at attention, although they look like it's the first time they've kind of stood at attention in a very long time.
As we've walked through here, have we got an idea as to the population size?
I'm also convinced that they're standing at attention to me as a cat person.
You are convinced of that, and it looks like a small village, maybe 20, 30 people max. That's including women and children. It's, excuse me, it looks like a fairly small but prosperous little village. The kind of guy lounging on the throne is kind of sitting there. He's like, well, they tell me they've brought visitors. Who are you people? Anyone?
We are friends.
Travelers.
Travelers.
Travelers. We're
Yes. We're looking for an evil magician.
An evil magician.
Yes.
Yep.
He attacked one of our other friends and killed him with fire.
That sounds grave indeed. What does that have to do with us?
We think he came here.
Just passing through.
Yeah, it's nothing to do with you guys. We're just.
Well, I can assure you, no one's been through here.
Good, because we wanted to help make sure you stayed safe.
I say
Apollo completely believes him.
I say, can you tell us where here is?
I'm being honest. I'm not like lying or anything.
This is the proud village of Ankh.
Unk.
Ankh. A-N-K.
And what's Unk near?
We have the river over there, and he points in a direction. And our mine's over that way.
Man,
I know. I'm not sure.
Is there any
sure what
bigger
you mean.
towns around here?
This is it. What do you mean? We haven't ever seen anyone who isn't of the village ever. Which brings us to why the heck are you guys here?
Would you guys possibly have a side quest?
Well, if they've never seen anyone, it's either going to be killing wildlife or harvesting their crops.
So they've never seen anything before, and a fire creature, a little fireball, a cat person,
Professor,
human, and a half-elf professor.
Freaking stupid rogue.
Needless to say, they all look nervous.
Well, we mean you no harm.
I actually said that, by the way. Like,
how can we be sure of that?
Why?
We didn't
If
attack
you've never
anybody.
met anyone else, why are you so distrusting?
because they're isolationists. They're like Japan.
We don't know your intention.
They have robots.
So have you've never seen any other soul other than people who live in this town?
It's just the town.
Do you not
just
wonder
us.
what else is out there?
We're happy here. We've got our river,
Imagine all
our
the
mines.
movies.
I mean, we're very happy here. We're prosperous. Look, I mean, we've got great herds of animals and all the food we can eat. What more?
Yeah, but where's your sense of adventure?
Where's your Disney special with lots of singing? Story of growth.
I want a movie about a house that's super smart.
We sing. We enjoy ourselves.
You guys happen to have.
What
a
kind of
festival
songs do you
coming
sing?
up?
We also sing and enjoy ourselves. See, we're not too different, you and us.
That is true.
Just
that is
earlier,
true.
I was whistling a happy tune.
Yeah, would you like to sing that to us?
No.
The song he was whistling is called X Gonna Give It.
X gonna give it to you.
I'm not as happy anymore.
And then there was a talent show.
So what? So you just live off the land,
Pretty much.
and you've not.
What about in the land?
How old do you live to be?
Why is your skin green?
Because I've noticed there's no children. And there's not very many of you, and if it's been
I thought you said there
No,
were children.
I did mention women and children.
Yeah, you did.
You've seen them maybe poking out of a house. I mean, it looks like a healthy village.
But that's it. It's one village, and this has been here for as far as they know.
Yes.
Apollo gets bored, and he walks outside to the. I assume this is kind of like a public area.
I point at him and I go, "Our gymnast is probably going to do something silly."
Yeah, that's kind of just like a little town square, if you will. It's almost like pretty much all the buildings almost fade, like the doors all fade.
Are there any orphans?
What?
I mean, how would you
The
know?
Goblinoid Adoption Center.
How would you know?
Do I see any kids on the street that shouldn't be on the street?
How do you know if they should or shouldn't be on the street? Roll me a goblin history check.
All right.
Nat 20 incoming.
3.
I mean,
That was almost a 20.
there are goblins. Hey, there's a couple of goblin kids hanging out on the street.
I walk over to said
You
goblin
are
kids.
pretty damn sure they are not supposed to be on the street.
I walk over to said children.
Do the goblins let them
The
leave?
rest did.
You walk over to they let them out of the building. Yeah, they're
All right.
you know once you got into this room, the crossbow guys have their crossbows down. The only like things that are imposing there are the couple guards that are standing in the corner, kind of with their weapons at ready, but it's not like they're holding it at you. Just kind of
Right.
guards.
So do you wish to be friends? I say to the chief.
Whoa. Okay.
Well, I mean, how are we gonna know we could trust you? I mean,
With a handshake.
I mean,
one of them just left the room completely.
yeah. So yeah, you do walk up to the kids, but
Okay. I'm gonna assume they're like right here or something. I want to do a magic trick.
Don't leave me hanging, chief.
Does it ever feel like you've been cut from? You've been cut to?
Like a fade just went by and you had
a fade
swipe
just
to another transition.
No, he
Yeah.
he kind of looks at your hand. He's kind of looks at Sorran. He's like, might have a better idea, and then it fades to Kevin outside.
He's gonna roll a
so-
massive joint.
Smoking peace pipe.
So you want to do a magic trick for the?
I want to do a coin trick for them.
Can I just remind you how the last magic trick went?
Brilliantly.
8 dead in tragic coin accident.
Okay, so just describe before you roll anything or anything. Tell me what you're doing. Like,
Well, okay, so I'm not doing
That was
anything.
trick.
I'm not doing anything fancy.
no, I'm saying
I'm kind of just like rolling it around, like making it disappear in like one hand.
rolling what around? Because that
coin.
doesn't sound good. Oh, okay.
I guess it's a gold coin.
Yeah.
Great. Watch this.
Coin.
Zip.
And
Alright.
I kind of want to get to I just want to like I start conversation with them. I kind of just want to get a feel for the town, just kind of see like I'm not asking them questions, but just like based on
Okay.
based on conversation.
All right. As you walk up, you're kind of, doing coin tricks and stuff. You can give me a roll, a sleight of hand.
Okay. 8.
You're doing okay. I mean, it's like, you ever seen someone who's been practicing magic but just learning?
I'm
So it's like-
doing a trick that I've been working on, but it's not perfect yet.
Exactly. So you're kind of fumbling some things. Some things look kind of a little bit cool, but so they're just kind of not interested. But they're
Ooh.
as you're kind of walking up and stuff, other people around the town are kind of eyeing you up. Like, you're walking towards a couple of kids on their street. They've never seen people before.
I'm
So
just
they're-
waiting for Sorran to walk back in with a black eye and his coins are gone. The kids beat him up. Like,
Apollo.
or
Yeah.
Apollo, yeah, not Sorran, Apollo.
Either one, really. I mean, so yeah, what kind of convert? What do you want to portray?
I just want to ask like about kind of like I don't think they would know this, but like kind of just like history of the town. But I don't think they would know that, would they?
I mean, there's only like 15 people that live here. They gotta just keep it somehow.
They kind of spout
Like,
the same.
in a way, like in a way that a kid would explain it, I guess.
No, they. You ask them, and they kind of spout the almost word for word exactly what the chief had said about the town.
Man, it's
How
like
they've always
you guys were
lived in
made
the
by a
town.
lazy DM.
No, it's almost as if this is like what they were taught in school. The way the chief said it is what they were taught in school. So
Okay.
they might have a couple words here or there that are different, but it sounds almost verbatim.
A follow-up question: does this give Apollo any indication that maybe something malicious is happening in the town, or is it just kind of like they studied it and They're just
malicious like what? Like what do you mean?
like kind of like brainwashing and that kind of thing.
It almost feels like it's that type of thing, but it's more of a this is what they were taught.
This is what they were created with.
Or this is what they were created with.
Did we have a read of the book before we jumped into the book? Did we try and decide?
That was your thing.
You did briefly kind of, and you saw maybe a word here or there, but then
we know there's a picture.
I didn't see anything around that picture that sounds very much like what we've just been told.
No.
Okay. And was that the only picture in the book?
Yes. Remember, I said I don't know if the other gentleman heard this or if this was off mic with them or not. But I had said the middle page where the picture is felt almost heavier when you moved it. It felt like there was a depth to it, or there was some sort of almost like a magnetic force or something. There was just something.
I'm going to ask the chief how long he's been here.
I'm still waiting for him to tell me what else we can do to help him with my hand up. Because he said I have a better idea, then I got swiped.
This is like the Seinfeld like baseline.
Baseline. Fair enough.
Was that Seinfeld? Was that Seinfeld?
They did a star fade on me.
Okay, so he still has his hand out. So you haven't asked that question yet. Of the thing. So he goes, well, I have a better idea. We know nothing about you, so we don't know if we can trust you or not. But we're gonna have one of our, weekly festivals. If you guys want to participate in it,
dang, I'll have weekly festivals.
Then I mean, maybe if you survive, we could probably trust you and everything.
Survive the festival. They just get super turned.
It's like Glastonbury.
I don't reference.
It's like a rest of the world football game.
Yeah, probably.
You don't know what Glastonbury is?
Of course
Glastonbury.
It's a place.
One of the biggest music festivals in the world.
No,
I think you're thinking about Coachella.
Is this the Wired tour?
A Warp Tour, that one.
Warp Tour.
Warp's coming to an end.
Is it?
It is.
Yeah, it's gonna be in one place. And you guys gonna quit going in his van.
Okay.
What was it? Woodstock? I think Woodstock's bigger than Glastonbury.
Then that thing that Scott made up, yeah.
You lot are the worst.
What type of music do they play there, Scott?
Everything.
See, that's why I don't know.
Yeah, it's too varied.
Too mainstream.
It's not specific enough.
Yeah, I need my niche.
I'm only into cow electronic dream.
Electronic.
Damn.
You know that Vitus guy, that weird Russian singer?
I think it's a PlayStation. Yeah, the Vita.
Is that a small country?
Anyway,
an entire city.
So
is that the venue site?
Yeah.
That they use.
Yeah.
Anyway. I don't see any stages. Why are there no stages?
There's about 20 of them, if not more.
Where? It's all flat.
Yes,
I see a couple tents.
Let's move on.
I see bathroom. I see bathroom stalls in like the left corner.
I think parking would suck there.
Yeah, right.
It would. Yeah, you can see all the cars like on the right side.
Okay.
No, you just park in all that grass over there.
So none of you know what Glastonbury is. Okay, fine.
Nope.
Cool.
Do you know what Woodstock is?
Yes.
Yeah, it's a little bird that hangs out with Snoopy.
We're devolving, folks. So what do you guys say?
He was asking what we can do to help him. Oh, you said about a festival. I asked him how long the town has been here.
As long as we can remember.
What do you mean
generations and generations?
Okay.
And
why wouldn't we survive the festival?
I mean, it could get dangerous. It sometimes is a little dangerous.
Can Apollo walk in at this point?
Apollo can walk in at this point, and you hear
he hears festival.
No, he hears dangerous. It can sometimes get a little dangerous.
Apollo goes,
dangerous
my middle name.
So that's a yes.
Dangerous
Apollo Dangerous Lyres.
I mean,
Dangerous as in how?
to your health. You could die.
What kind of dangers?
Yeah.
The die kind.
What makes it so
Okay.
dangerous?
The no more living.
Okay, what
Would it
kind
be
of
called-
what
would it
kind of
be-
activities take place in your
Chief,
festival?
I feel like
Chief?
you have some ethereal being trying to keep your secret safe from us. But we need to know.
I mean, you know, the
If you were to
usual-
describe the zone of the festival,
I mean, you know, the usual,
would it be
the
a danger
feast.
zone?
and a dance, and then there's a no holds bar wrestling competition, and then
Ooh.
there's the final
Fight.
pose, then and everyone gets to go home.
What?
And you have these weekly.
Weekly. It's
Who's the reigning champ?
Some people like D&D, some people like wrestling. It's just
right. No, we actually have a tag team they've just won the past for as long as we can remember.
All right, you and me,
So-
Sorran, we're gonna tag team wrestle.
I'm clearly a manager here.
We're gonna
if
get
you
all
guys-
muddy and naked, and it's gonna be
That's
great.
100% true. He is our like Vince McMahon.
I mean, if you guys want to participate and take them on, you know, we might be
I'm just-
able to trust you. And
I imagine Apollo's
Go from there.
more of the rock type.
I want to be a goblin themed wrestler.
plus, it might, you know, excite the townspeople, give them some fun.
So if we take
Can you smell what the?
No.
part in your wrestling competition, you might like us, is what you're telling us.
Pretty much.
I think we're in.
Apollo points his finger
Fair.
at the chief, and he says, "I challenge you to a wrestling match tomorrow night on Monday Night Raw."
But it's tonight.
I challenge
Two
you to
wrestling
tonight.
matches, one after. Oh,
But I like your enthusiasm. So he kind of claps Sorran on the back. Is like, so what do you guys called? What-
We need to figure out who our best wrestlers are first.
Infinite.
that could have
Can you-
here. Listen,
Can
how
you
about
explain the
this?
rules to us?
How about this? We'll lead you off to your dressing room so you can get ready, do whatever you need to
Get your
do.
makeup done.
And
Yeah, we're getting dressing rooms for
he
wrestling.
he kind of like snaps his fingers, and a couple of the people head over to you and kind of
Have you got
motion to
You
follow.
see the Undertaker and Big Show walking.
Have you got any rules?
I mean, your typical no holds bar wrestling match. I mean,
Oh, Scott, that
First-
explains it. It's
first
all Lego
one-
people.
first one down loses. You know?
First one down?
First one down loses. Yeah.
For what, 3 seconds or 10 seconds or forever?
For a pin or just it touches ground
I
contact?
mean, it's usually if they don't get up.
If they don't get it up.
I already know what my wrestling name's gonna be.
Out of character, as far as game.
My strength is the worst.
Game mechanics rules. It's going to be a no weapons fight. You roll. You could. I mean, it depends on what you want to do. If it's like, you know, it might be dex or strength rolls to find it. You know, it's going to be like a normal fight, just with no weapons.
Then what would constitute as dex for a hand-to-hand combat?
You
Probably dodging.
Because I was gonna say I'm definitely not gonna be able to hit him. I've got -2 strength.
do
Oh,
like
wow.
a sweet, you know, roll underneath them and slam them to the ground or something. I mean, you come up with what you want your character to do, and I will give you the
All
roll
right.
you need to make.
Well, because my character is so based around friendship, I'm gonna be the Underquaker.
That's fair.
They're the League of Friends.
So
Underquaker.
they kind of show you off to
And my
Out-
fighting will be just as good as modern day Undertaker.
they show you out the door. They kind of are walking you through town, and they kind of seem excited. You know, like you said, these people haven't seen other people, so they're kind of, you know, new to the whole experience. But it seems to them like you're good people. You're willing to take part, so they're excited. They're happy. They're, you know, make small talk, or they can
Okay,
just shuffle you off to your room.
I'm going to wander around the town if I can. I'll find out where our room is, and then I'll kind of splinter off to talk to some of the locals.
Sure. What's anyone else gonna do? They tell you they need to have a name within the next little while.
We're on it.
For our group or for our individual names?
You said there was a weapon shop, right?
What was
I said there was a shop and a blacksmith.
for the group or the? So we're just having a tag team match, are we? Is that how this works?
That is how this works.
Okay, so
All right, who are we gonna pair with?
Who's going to be our wrestlers?
Obviously you and me, Sorran.
I'm a manager.
Yeah, but you can also fight.
I'm not going to get my suit dirty.
Just don't worry, guys.
Yeah, you could be like old Vince McMahon. Whenever
Uki,
he'd
do you
still
know
come in and
much
fight.
about wrestling?
What?
Fair bit.
Okay, so I think it's safe to say that Uki and Apollo are our wrestlers. You okay with that? Moon, Earth, Wind and Fire?
What?
I'm the Underquaker.
Okay, cool. You're the corner man.
If they get there, I'll fight them.
Exactly that.
How about Earth? You just cheer for us.
Moral support.
Yeah.
I really feel like
I'll be in the back, and if you start losing, I'll come rushing out, and I'll die.
isn't there an ability called friendship, like just friendship?
In this, yeah.
Yes.
I feel like at some point, or should get that ability.
I think I passed that one up.
Oh, when did you?
Oh.
Dude, that'd be so good for your character.
Because I don't think it has anything to do with being friends, other than just trying.
Well, it's like
but think
it's
about
kind
it.
of like automatic deception, isn't it?
Then you'd be the master of karate and friendship.
Yeah.
Day man.
Oh.
I'm trying to come up with a name for Apollo.
Apollo Creed.
That's a good
Job
one.
done. All right, so Sorran, you said you're kind of wandering around the town.
Yeah, I'd like to wander around and just meet and greet people, say hello, and show them that we don't mean any harm, and also ask them about the current champions.
Okay. They.
All the while, Apollo's following Sorran cartwheeling.
Hulk Sorran.
To entertain the townsfolk.
They look very confused about the guy that's
Vince
wheeling around you.
And he's not like stopping. He's like a wheel, like an actual wheel.
I mean, you meet a few people who aren't necessarily that into the wrestling. They, the food and the festival.
Is it kind of like how people see bullfighting in Spain?
It's not. They're not against it. They just aren't into it. So, like, they know the names of the champions, stuff like that. But
Okay, what are the names of the champions?
You got Avrak the Bold, and
the bold or the bald?
The Bold, like
has
bold.
No hair.
Yes, exactly. And which one did I say already?
Avrak.
The bold one.
And Dean Ambrose.
Yes. And Jim.
And Jim. Of course.
Avrak the Bold and Jim.
Yeah.
I would love to see like Ronda Rousey or something on here.
You get to another guy who's like more into it, and he's excited, and he starts telling you about them. Avrak
he's got like a WWE shirt, like Raw.
Yeah, like, it's got their name.
He has like a monster. He has like a hat with. He has like a monster hat.
It's still real to me, damn it.
Shades on.
I want to try and find out what I can about Avrak and Jim's fighting style.
Yeah, like I said, it seems like Avrak's a little bigger, a little more broadier and muscular. So he tends to more like throw his opponents, things like that. Try to overpower them. Whereas Jim is a little more wiry, so it gives them a good dynamic that they each have, a different strength. Okay. So
what do they do in their day-to-day lives?
One is actually the blacksmith, and the other one is he Yeah, he takes care of some of the livestock.
Okay.
Farmer.
Jim, the livestock guy, is out with the herd. But you could find Avarak over at the blacksmith.
I asked them
Where's the
if they're in a relationship with each other.
What the fuck?
With each other? No, Jim has a wonderful wife, and Avarak's on the market if you're looking, but...
Can I try to persuade them to like each other?
You can't persuade the Hardy brothers to fall in love.
You could try, but
What
the
would
one has
Lita
a...
do?
No, I'm just being stupid.
Dude, freaking Matt Hardy is apparently going back to the WWE.
Is he?
Is it?
I think he already
Wow.
is.
Oh, is
Didn't
it?
Ric Flair's daughter just won something, didn't she?
I don't know.
She won like a title, I think.
I just know the wrestlers from the 90s and the ones that people tell me about.
Who was the masked wrestler from like the early 2000s? I can't remember.
Yeah, with Mr.
A
Saka?
lot of them?
Rey Mysterio, that's what it
Yeah, I
was.
figured.
Fucking dude, I loved him. I liked him.
So,
He did ravioli
are
commercials.
you looking for anyone else?
Yeah, I'll go and
I
talk to
want to go to
Avrak.
the blacksmith. Oh,
Okay.
Avrak is the
Actually,
blacksmith.
yeah, as you're walking up, you both go up to Avarak, and he's banging away. It looks like he's making he's actually banging Jim's wife. No, he's it looks like he's making like some sort
Tag
of farming
team.
pool. You Eiffel Tower.
Eiffel Tower, yeah.
I thought that was called
Earth's
a
injecting
roast.
himself with copious amounts of steroids.
Okay.
Yeah.
You had said steroids somewhere, I'm assuming.
They were in the dressing room.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
The
They were
wall.
everywhere. I just
like,
fell
get plus-
into them.
Where
Get +3 proficiency to everything.
the question is, where your green M&Ms?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah, I didn't have to destroy it.
So yeah, it looks like he's making some sort of gardening tool.
Hello, Avrak. The bald. Is he bald?
No, he's got a long, luxurious, full head of hair.
I would have loved if you just said ball.
well,
Just go with it.
He's a goblin.
While I'm saying hello, I'm kind of checking him out a little bit in terms of his
Like-
form.
Like
And
his
I'm also
vast
curious
and
as
stuff?
Yeah, I
to.
just
So are
wanna
there
see-
also kobolds in this town?
he's got you haven't seen any kobolds?
So it's like the people that you have that are kobolds here aren't kobolds.
No.
Okay.
No, it's goblins. There are a couple of boars wandering around in town. Who dropped?
There's Kyle leaving.
Uh-oh.
What is the person right here with the tail?
That's just a guy. It's just a
Just a
goblin.
guy.
Okay, because
Just a
there's like
guy.
30 different goblins to choose from in this, and he picked like 4 kobolds. So I was just making sure that.
It's just a guy.
Well, okay,
Just
a
a man
guy
standing
front of a
all right. Kyle's
Got
internet's
that
out.
stuck in my head. Uh-oh.
Okay, so the cameras are going to be a bit odd for a bit.
I figured, do we need to change that up or anything?
No,
or-
that would take me forever. Apparently, we're all Kyle at this moment in time.
Oh,
Do we
good.
need to
Good.
do we need to tag out Ulquiorra for One Earth?
We could.
I'm checking out Avrak. His form.
Checking it out. Checking him out.
He
Look at those
catches you
boots.
checking out his butt, and he kind of raises his eyebrow. No, he looks strong.
That's the
He looks
closest I can get to
legit.
trying to get the idea down.
Yeah, he looks like he was like, "What do you lot want?"
We're meeting you.
Hello, good sir.
He sees Kevin cartwheeling behind you and kind of.
And I bust through the wall with humongous arms. Roidry!
Oh yeah.
Start smacking people out of the way.
Prepare to see me at the showdown this day.
For some reason, all your fur turned red.
Just wander off.
Uh,
No, I'm still just in the dressing room.
I tell
Meet
him
me at the
that,
town square.
I tell him that his tag team that we've heard a lot of good things about is wrestling our tag team at the festival this evening.
Damn right.
Yeah. And I just came here to wish him well.
And he puts out his hand to kind of.
Can I admire your wares while I'm here, please?
Sure.
I ask him if he has a crossbow.
Um,
A simple crossbow.
you see a simple crossbow on the wall.
For a
How
simple
much?
man.
How
I'll
about
have to look that up.
how about
I
if
think
we
it's like I think 30.
how about
I
if
think
we
it
beat
was.
you in the wrestling match? You give us that crossbow.
No, it's a simple crossbow. Everybody has one of these things.
What do we get if we win?
You get 9 uses out of a sleep potion.
So he gets a sleep potion.
Would
could use
what's
that.
I have-
You could use that.
I
on
have
Jim's
this.
what,
I have
what's a
this-
sleep potion.
Well, I have this wizard collection card.
No, you don't. I have that.
No, yeah,
I had more. I had like 3 of them.
okay.
You get the pride of beating the first outsiders that your town has ever seen, proving that your town is truly dominant.
We get that anyway if we win.
You can get to see a human naked. Because I assume they're going to be like in like the Olympics, old Olympics.
And then he begins cartwheeling and his
Wrestled
pants
naked.
fall back down.
Why are we gonna see someone naked?
Isn't that how they did it back in the old days?
Yeah,
Like
well,
oiled them-
back in the Greek times, wrestling was held naked.
They,
You're
like
absolutely
oiled
correct.
them. They
No,
oiled themselves up.
They didn't want people to be able to grapple on and pull on clothing. And
There was
tear.
also something like a
Yeah,
dick,
but-
like a dick string or something like that.
Nope, that wasn't a thing. What a string.
That's just what your doctor told you.
No, it's perfectly normal size. We just call those a dick string.
Well, wasn't it to prevent like the dick from like flying everywhere though?
Prevent it from
I
friggin'
don't-
getting ripped off.
Know what you're talking about.
But it wasn't a string. Oh, I mean, okay, just go.
Or like a rope, like choking it.
The dick chain.
He kind of looks at you and he's like, "Is this guy for real? Like, is he one of the wrestlers?"
He's not with me.
Yes.
No. All right.
Yeah, you're only
Good.
paying for all of my salary.
He's another outsider.
So that
Yeah, I'm an outsider on that guy's team. I point to Sorran.
so you are on the same team. You know what? I tell you what. If he's on, you got a deal. If you could win with him on your, you could bloody have that.
Oh, I'm not
crossbow.
wrestling. No, we've got a giant rock that you're taking on.
Mhm.
Good luck.
Or
Bye.
perhaps a giant cat if he doesn't connect back.
I think he's back in Roll20, so I imagine it's only a matter of time.
Oh, hey now.
He's back on
You know.
Discord, so
You're an all-star.
okay. Is there
All
any hot goblins around? Female.
Hot goblins or hobgoblins?
Hot.
Hot by
Goblin
your
standards.
definition, by their standards.
Would 4chan think it's sexy?
I don't know.
Yes, all of them.
Don't know how to answer that. One of them looks like Snooki, if that's your thing.
Come on,
I mean,
DM.
Would there be
Yeah.
fan art? There'd be fan art of them on Tumblr.
Welcome back, Kyle.
Kyle.
Thank you.
There's a couple cuties, I guess. Sure.
I wave at them as I walk past, like that.
They're kind of
In the
near each
creepiest way
other.
ever.
They kind of giggle to each other and kind of.
Apollo, while doing a
Blush?
cartwheel,
If you
While
can
doing
picture a
cartwheel-
gauntlet blushing.
Apollo, while cartwheeling still, does a finger guns to them.
Can you
as
at
well.
least make him make an athletics check after all this, please?
Yeah.
I'm not doing anything to anyone else, though.
As soon as like they see you walking by and you wave and they kind of giggle at each other and stuff and they kind of blush and hide behind their hands. As soon as he starts rolling by, all giggling stops. The hands just kind of they just kind of freeze and their eyes just kind of dart to each other like they have no idea.
Did they
what's
see those
going on.
sick finger guns?
I also go out at that point to go meet my comrades.
You're still roided out, though.
I've been in a dressing room that whole time.
Yeah.
You like as you're running towards us, you leave it like a path of destruction in your wake.
Kyle, what have you been doing this whole time?
Reconnecting to the internet.
Recalibrating.
Meditating.
There you go.
No,
That's
what
fair
I
enough.
mean,
No,
Yeah,
I mean,
I
currently,
Yeah.
Sorran and Apollo have been wandering around and stuff.
I cut out when they went to the blacksmith.
Right, that's
We didn't
pretty
learn
much
much.
The only thing that's really happening now is that if we win, we get a simple crossbow for free.
it. Yep,
Nice.
And that's it.
and that's
with
it.
no arrows or anything.
No bolts, yeah. No crossbow case.
Yep.
Yeah. So, was there anything you wanted to do, or
I'm
you've
just
kind
catching
of?
up with everybody.
Yeah. Well, I imagine you were kind of chilling in the dressing room with Jordan.
Yeah, for a bit, and then
Let's go to the store.
I would want to go to the blacksmith.
Okay.
Thought we were already in there. Okay.
Well, he wasn't.
He's not with you. You actually Kyle, you start heading off to the blacksmith, and you guys pass each other as those two are leaving. You're kind of
And me.
I give Uki a sweet high five.
And Jordan, you catch up, and you kind of are there for that meeting. So
Is
with
the fire elemental still with us?
Yeah, he's on Kyle's shoulder.
Yeah, he's on my
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm at a crossroads, not knowing which group to follow because I'm definitely a B. I'm not an alpha. I just follow. I follow.
Apollo wants to head to the store, so he's.
I follow the group of two, considering there's two of them.
All right, so Apollo's heading to the store.
Oh, look, there's two with him too. He's got the fireball. Crap.
Kyle's going to the blacksmith. Sorran, are you with Apollo?
Yeah, but I'm going to stand behind him and not cartwheel.
That's fair. That's very fair. That's probably preferable.
Good point. I'll let them do their thing. I'm going to go with Uki.
Okay, so
Apollo's like switched from cartwheeling at this point to playing invisible leapfrog with himself.
Kevin, your house is on fire.
It's incense.
Your house is what?
Yes, having incense.
Ew. All right, so you guys
Incest
go to the
causes fire.
Yeah.
Confirmed. You two walk in. You see Avrak banging away at what looks like a hoe of some sort.
Continuing to bang. He's doing what he does best.
What a blacksmith.
What kind of weapons are around?
Pretty
Except
much.
the crossbow.
He's got pretty much one of every simple kind of weapon that you can think of. He's got a pole arm, a halberd, that crossbow, a couple swords.
My arm would go great on a pole arm.
No, he's saying the blacksmith has a pole for an arm.
Yes, exactly. What do you think he's banging on that?
Yeah, he has like a hammer on the end of it.
Yeah, I'll grab his attention.
Hey, how's it going?
Hey,
Good, nice little town village you have here.
Much appreciated. What can I do for you?
I was wondering if you could sharpen up my blade and maybe clean it for me.
And I came to watch.
Sure.
Get your
I
claws.
can do that for you.
Get your claws sharpened.
Let me see what you got.
All right, I pull out my longsword that it's doesn't have a silver tint, but it has a black tint to it.
You could see like it's starting to kind of rust in places.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, don't be dumb, Kevin.
Black as black.
Okay.
He
like
gives
an actual.
kind of
Okay.
He gives kind
Is that
of
the
a low
sword from
whistle.
freaking SAO?
Yep.
Jesus Christ, Kyle.
I have the other one too.
What was it, Elucidator or whatever?
Yeah.
He kind of gives a low whistle and he's like, "All right, I can do that for you if you leave it with me. I'll have it done by morning. I mean, we got a lot going on with the festival, but I can do it by morning."
You'll be wrestling tonight.
I really hope that the longsword just straight up looks like an anime sword.
Yeah, it's got the like little wavy lines around it too, so it looks like it's flowing or something.
Yeah.
It literally is that sword.
Yeah.
But isn't that sort of 1.5 hand sword?
That sword looks ridiculous.
Yeah, one-handed.
Oh, that was a 1.5. Okay. Oh, that makes sense because he's dual wields, right?
Jordan, what were you saying? I kind of got lost.
How long
Three arms.
do we have until the fight?
Yeah, I like the design of the first
Got
one.
a couple hours.
Okay, I would like, because I remember now, I've got my sweet proficiencies that I never actually used for anything that I totally should use. I want to sit around and spend my time making potions of healing.
Nice.
Okay.
I've
What's the
herbalism kits? Well, some openings in Another's Guide right now. I'm going to do a little check.
Yeah, let me know. And cool. Sounds good. Are you doing that back at the
Question?
Just in the center of town.
Okay, fair enough. Actually, yeah, no. While you're doing that in the center of town, like you have a couple curious onlookers.
I know people want to talk to me this way.
So
go ahead.
I have a question on something I could do.
Yeah.
So where is the other guy at this point? The other wrestler?
He's out.
He's herding.
Were you with Scott when he learned that he was out herding?
Yeah, I was.
Okay, so then you know he's out with a herd somewhere. That's as far as you guys got, as far as the information that you've gotten.
Okay. I just want to. Can we go to him afterwards? Sorry.
We don't know where he's herding, but yeah, if you like. I don't like the idea. I don't like the tone of your voice.
Can I write a secret message for Sorran in the PM?
Sure.
Okay.
You don't have to ask me to do that.
Make sure he's not cheating.
I didn't want it to be like cheating or anything.
Yeah, no. At any point, if you want to pull someone aside and whisper to them, Oh
yeah, that's a big component of the game, huh? Right.
All you gotta do is send them a PM. You could, if you must, you could let me know you're pulling them aside and whispering to them in case anybody else wants to try and overhear if they're around you. But otherwise,
are we at the shop yet?
You could be at the shop yet. You two have wandered over that way. Yeah. As you wander in, it looks like less of a shop and more of a town warehouse, if you will. It almost looks like they bring any product they make or collect or gather, they bring here.
Okay. Anything good? Anything unusual?
Nothing too unusual. I mean, there's meals, trail rations and stuff like that. There's pelts. You could probably get some leather armor there, it looks like. I don't like the smiling and laughing that's going on, but that's okay. So
I feel like Kevin's just going to be like, "Hi, Scott. Let's act like we're doing something bad." He's Kevin.
So the shop owner is like, "How you folks doing?"
I'm great, thank you. What can you tell me about the festival this evening?
I mean, we celebrate every week a bountiful harvest. So we celebrate by eating, drinking, and being merry.
So you're celebrating because the harvest is good?
Oh, yeah. Every week we have an amazing harvest.
Have you ever had
What do you guys harvest? So you guys harvest every week?
We got plenty of grains. We got nice fruits, vegetables. I mean, we get a lot of good food around these parts.
You've never, ever had a bad harvest?
Not that I remember none.
What happens if a bad harvest happens?
Well, they can't remember.
Well, we haven't had one. I mean, I would assume people might starve or something, or...
Do you guys, sacrifice someone to, a god or something?
Kind of looks around. No. Just go to church on Sunday and pray.
Who do you pray to?
People. Are you guys a monotheistic religion, or?
Yeah, we believe in the one true God.
Who is?
Jesse.
Yahweh.
Player to insert coin.
Player to insert coin here.
It's just a giant coin in the sky. No.
It's the Teletubby baby face.
Well,
Ted.
We're not gonna.
It's Jim.
You can't say the Lord's name in vain.
So can I ask him what he has for sale? That's interesting or fun.
I mean, you can look around. Things aren't necessarily for sale. Maybe trade. We don't really have use for coin in these parts. But maybe if you have something to trade,
I have a magical Bunsen burner.
What's a Bunsen burner?
I have a rat fur coat pilfered off of a level 1 boss of a downstairs basement of a tavern.
What's a boss?
I throw a rat fur coat onto the table.
Very nice. I mean, what are you interested in? What would you like?
Like I said, do you have anything interesting or fun?
Were you not going to wear that in
Emphasis
your...
on fun.
Were you not going to wear that in your ring walkout?
Nope.
He looks around, and he's like, I mean, what you see is what you get. And it's as you look around, it's your typical, you know.
I was about to say you haven't described anything yet.
No, it's your typical adventuring supplies, the
Okay.
rope, you know, like I said, trail rations.
Oh,
some
are there
stuff like that?
Are there bandages?
There are bandages. There's things that can be used as bandages. Yeah.
Okay, I want to get bandages. I want to get let's say, could I trade like 30 foot of rope for that coat?
Do you want to do 30 foot of rope and 2 bandages for a ratty fur coat?
Yes.
He kind of picks up the coat,
it's
looks at
warm.
it.
Level
All right.
1 boss for it.
All right, and kind of gets your stuff ready, hands it to you, and takes
Does
the coat.
he have anything? Does he have anything fun?
I mean, what is your definition of fun? What are you trying to say?
Something that's useless, but I can play with.
I mean, I'm sure he has. With your mind, man, I'm sure there's any number of things that he has that you can fun.
I want a talking dog.
No, he does not have a talking dog.
I want a little windmill toy that it spins to the right if it's telling the truth, and spins to the left.
He does not have a medieval toy. He does have a little. It looks like a child's toy that's made out of wood. That's like a little wheel that spins, and it kind of goes up and then around, and then goes back up and down.
Yes, I want it.
You got your eye on it?
Yes.
He kind of, oh, you like that, don't you?
I'll give you the shiny holographic wizard collection card for it.
Got anything more?
So
can I
try to? You got 3 wizard cards, and they were all shinies.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Can I try to? Can I try to roll a persuasion check to see?
Chinese.
But they don't know. This is from the outside world. These have people on them.
Yeah, there's humans on them.
But I mean, you got it. What else you got?
Who, man?
Doesn't seem
Again,
all that interesting.
I can give you a pen.
Wait, what's a pen? What's that do?
You use it to write or draw.
Okay, deal.
Nice.
Pulls out a
So I get a little.
You get a little. Yeah, it's a little wooden spinny toy.
Wooden
like
spinner.
You ever seen?
Oh, it's a wooden fidget spinner.
Okay, it is now officially a wooden fidget spinner. There you go.
To give the worst splinters of all time if you try to stop it.
Yeah.
Oh!
Yep, Jesse, I do know the toy you were originally talking about.
Thank you.
I had one of those.
Yes, I did too. Scott, did you guys have those over there? It was like a little wheel that was magnetized and it was metal, and you would just kind of spin it and it would roll down and then it'd go up the other side.
I know exactly. I had one of those too.
Yeah.
I guess not. That's cool.
Do you remember those toys?
Scott's pretty much checked out by now.
Yeah, that's fair.
Can't
just waiting to say that making a potion of healing takes a day.
Oh.
Oh, does it?
So I'll be working for a good while, but that's okay.
You're working on it now?
I have been.
Okay.
We've been in the middle of the street for a day. We've missed the wrestling festival. We've got to wait a week.
You would miss the festival. I mean, it's...
Why? I'm in the middle of town working on it. This is where the festival's going to be, isn't it?
They got to move him to start the festival.
I'll still watch. I'll just be working on it while it's going on.
I mean, the festival has been it's been going on while you guys are watching that. There's people, enjoying food and stuff here or there. There is a very festive feeling in the air. It's almost like you're walking through a fair or something like that.
All I need is my herbs and glasses and stuff. All of it's in pouches, so I can just transport it if I need to.
Fair enough.
You working?
I'll All right, yeah, you're good.
Yeah.
Um.
And then
All
after that's gonna start costing 25 gold. But right now in my pouch, I've got all the stuff I need for my first one.
Nice. What's everyone doing?
I had
still
an idea, Jesse.
Okay.
Wait, was it tweezers? What was that?
I want to know if I can do this. In the blacksmith, I wanted to buy some daggers and then buy some oil, douse the daggers in oil, set them on fire, and throw them.
What?
At what? At who?
At enemies.
Nobody's in front of what?
He doesn't mean right now.
Yeah.
He's gonna just start killing
I
people.
got you.
Oh wait, what? Why is Ulquiorra all of a sudden going on a
A
rampage?
completely different experience than the rest of us in this town.
Because I realized with produce flame is
right.
I can use it as an actual attack, but if I use that attack on the dagger and then throw it, would I be able to do the dagger damage and the fire damage?
Is that spell basically just a lighter?
I'm gonna have to look into it off stream.
I mean,
I know there's I know
it says the produce flame is 1d8, but you can lower that if you want.
That's not what I'm worried about because I remember in previous versions of D&D, in order to apply like oil to a weapon or something, it was like a poison use or something like that. So that would take an action, and then you would. So I have to look into the rulings of how it would work, but I don't see it being an issue. I just have to look into it before you use it. So
yeah, I figured it would be the same way. Like I douse the dagger in oil before we go into battle, and then.
Well,
and then as
ultimately up
action,
to
I would do produce flame, and then bonus action would be throw the dagger.
I gotcha. I said, you could get the stuff confident knowing that it'll work. I just don't know the logistics of it.
Right. All right. I will buy 5 daggers.
Okay. He only has 3 currently. 3. He could make you. He mentions he can make you 2 more to go with it when you get your sword back if you want.
Yeah, all right. I'll give him 15 for the daggers and for fixing out my sword.
Fair enough.
Cool.
The oil you would have to get at the shop if you're getting it there.
Making a legendary potion takes 50 weeks.
Damn.
Jesus.
Item. Sorry, it's the item.
Very interesting.
So that's a legendary magic item. To make a supreme healing potion, it's 4 weeks and 10,000 gold.
Damn.
I mean, imagine if.
But then again, you can, if you go by the actual price of the handbook stuff, you'd buy it or make it for 10,000 and sell it for 20,000.
Damn.
And if you have other people that have the proficiency with it, it cuts it in half, or it takes that percentage off. So if you had like everybody in our group doing it, we'd bring it down to 1 week to make one.
Wow, and imagine if you were in, say, a place where, say, one day might be 5 weeks. Good Lord. Imagine what would happen then.
That'd be a crazy universe if you made one of those.
So what are we up to?
Jesse, you trying to tell us that we're stuck in Groundhog Day?
he might be.
That would be amazing.
That's why they have the same festival every week.
Groundhog Day, the RPG.
Actually,
we did. What should we call it? That John game.
Oh yeah, we did.
Yeah.
I'm going to ask the shopkeeper who their money is on. If it's on the current reigning champions or the Goblin Killers.
Is that her name? The Goblin
I'm just trying
Killers?
out names.
I mean, of course, the money's on our champs.
Why would your money be on them? I mean, what's so good about them?
They're gonna win.
Do they have any?
They win always.
Do they have any
old
weaknesses?
Band-Aids.
They've never lost. I mean, as far back as I can remember.
How far can you remember?
Pretty far back.
Okay, like a week.
Well, I mean, I'm 40, so I don't know. Remember as long as I can remember.
One? Oh.
Can you remember when you were 1?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Next dumb question. I'm a cat. Of course I remember.
That was yesterday. All right, no.
I'm like 7 years old. Of course I remember.
Yeah, no.
No, but I'm
Fair enough.
just making my potion.
He remembers back to when he was a little child, you know.
Where do you bury your dead?
I wondered that too.
No, we don't get much dead around here. I mean,
Yeah, but it happens.
I mean, we haven't had to bury anyone yet, as far back as I can.
See, that's kind of what I was getting at earlier when I asked how old do they get, because the population thing doesn't change and they're still in a small town. I asked my question and got my answer, so my character no longer cares. He's now happy.
He's chasing around a little bug. Something. No, sorry, you're making your.
I got a bug sitting there by me watching.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. And you actually you do have a couple of the kids in town and an adult watching you. The adult's kind of asking questions, watching intently as far as what you're doing. There's a car driving by. That's like
these are leaves from back home. I smash them and I turn them into drink.
Seems very intrigued and interested. What are we doing, guys? You're getting closer to wrestling time. You notice the sun's kind of going down.
Oh wait, would describing that be intelligence or wisdom?
Doesn't matter.
Because then I might actually be able to fully explain it. I smash it down into a, I don't know.
Pulp.
I mean, you can describe as much of it as you want in your character's voice.
Yeah, I just kind of tell her what I'm doing. I'm describing everything step as I take it.
I mean, it's general small talk. He's interested, but not really following what you're saying. But he's still kind of like intrigued.
Is there any other wrestling matches that take place?
Yeah, is there
the one?
Okay, I want to make a quick detour to the chief.
Okay.
I follow.
Yeah, you two make your way through the anteroom into the chief's room. He's it looks like he's enjoying the feast. He's got a nice tankard next to him. He's scarfing down some chow.
I haven't had ale in ages.
He motions to a table where there's there's all types of stuff laid out.
I asked the chief, do you have an open ale barrel policy?
The chief kind of looks at you, Sorran. He's like, "Do you want to maybe translate for him?
Is he allowed beer?"
Sorry, he's talking in thieves' cant.
Help yourself. Help yourself.
I go over to where the barrels of ale are, and then just start like.
It's it's more of a flagon type of thing. So there's like
I go over to the flagon and I fucking put my mouth under it and I drink.
Or you grab a pitcher of beer and start chugging from it.
Yes.
They kind of shrug it off. They don't know any better.
It's a festival. Nobody cares.
I ask him if there's ever been more than one wrestling match in a day.
Oh wait, maybe I shouldn't be drinking.
I mean, we just have the one in the festival. Sometimes maybe there might be practice ones.
So I came with
one official one.
I came with 3 fighters. Do you have someone else you could put up for a singles match?
I see what you're getting at. 3-way versus match. I like it.
Okay.
And he puts his hands up like this to you.
Good idea. Where are your mum and dad?
He wouldn't even shake my hand.
Well, they're gone by now. I mean, they're
gone.
Gone or
gone where?
Gone.
Jesse forgot to write this part.
He looks like he's trying to answer but doesn't know how to answer.
Okay.
You're doing a really good impression of him, Jesse.
Well, thank you. That's what I was going for. Now,
I would like to use my spell Compel Truth.
Okay.
No, I'm joking. I'm joking. I can't do that to you, Jesse.
You'd get the same answer.
Yeah.
I mean,
And that would affect everybody, I think.
Okay. I'm ready whenever he is. I reach my hand forward to shake his hand.
he shakes your hand heartily and
Say,
says that. By the way, did you guys come
up with a
name.
name?
Apollo.
We can be. Yeah, Apollo Squad.
Apollo 3.
Is that the one that blew up?
What was the name of this town?
Name?
Yeah. Do you not have a name?
I mean, we don't really need a name.
I thought they
Never
welcomed
thought
us
to
do
name
it
it.
by a name. Okay.
No, I don't. Did they?
I can't remember.
I can't remember. I don't
Um,
believe so. They weren't meant to.
Can we? Let's be
Yeah, like
called.
Lamar or something, or
Let's
It
be
was
called
like-
Sunshine.
3 letters, but I don't know, maybe not.
Sunshine State. We're gonna be Florida.
You mean, I think you said Onk? A-N-K?
Yeah. Wasn't that it?
Onk.
I thought that was the chief's name.
That could have been.
Okay, then they have. That's the town name. Is that?
I mean, you said something's name was Onk.
Yeah. Maybe he's like, this is my uncle.
Uncle Onk.
Please
no,
take-
fair enough. They say that Onk's the name. Yeah. I
Isn't
didn't
that,
actually
isn't that a
read for their
Millennium
town.
item? The
A what?
Millennium Ankh. The Millennium Ankh.
Think of.
I mean,
think
it
of the
is an
Falcon.
Egyptian term.
It is.
It's a god card. No, wait.
No, that's
No, it's a god. It's Millennium item.
What are we talking about? Oh my goodness.
I'm still
How
trying to
about
think of
you?
names.
Can we just be called Sugar Ray?
I think Kevin took the idea of Egyptian lore and brought it to Yu-Gi-Oh.
Makes
That's
sense.
what I think.
That's
just
what I
happened.
gathered. Yeah.
It is about Egyptians and shit. Not real magicians, but Egyptians. But
We're going to be
Japan's
called. We'll be called
interpretation.
the Outsiders.
Like it.
No,
why don't we be called the Outliers?
the
We'll
Outlanders.
be the village people.
The village
I'll be
people.
like-
The village
The
people.
village
It is.
people.
Agreed.
Yay! I hope.
We're the village people.
And now you have to sing the pre-fight
The police
song.
officer. Police officer.
I am scared. Yeah, do the dance. Remember, I said there was dancing.
I fought the law
says-
in the law.
Okay, and he motions over to someone. It looks like an advisor of some sort, and he kind of says, "What'd you go with? The Outlanders, the
The village
Outsiders?
people.
Oh, the village people. The village people." And
Yay.
he rushes off to. You realize you now have to sing that song.
Young man, there's no need to be bad and say young man.
Do you say there's no need to be bad?
It's been a long time since I heard the song. Boop, boop,
Okay.
boop.
So, is there anything else I can help you with?
It's time to stay at the YMCA.
Has no one ever left the town?
No,
Well,
Harry told us that.
People leave all the time. I mean, they
Has
go.
no one ever
you know,
just kept walking?
I mean, they're.
And then they came back on the other side of the village.
They always come back after tending the herd. You know.
How long do they tend the herd for? Is it just a day or?
Yeah, usually.
Whenever the goblins
They
followed
go-
me
Got to go every day, come back. You know.
out of
full-time
character,
job. It really is.
out of character, when the goblins followed me to go try and find where Scott and Kyle are hiding, are they the goblins that went the furthest, like ever?
No, Pete.
Okay, I didn't know how far the stretch would have been.
What kind of?
Remember the first night Scott or someone saw a herd of animals?
Yeah.
I remember.
It would have been. It would have been that that distance.
Yeah.
I remember.
that was Scott who saw them.
I'm going to ask if they ever saw the little fireman that was floating around with us ever before.
Oh, they're firefighters. Don't be sexist.
Fireman.
I mean, we've seen fire before.
Because we were camping outside of town, and we saw him floating around nearish the town. I'm guessing.
Intriguing. No, we thought he was with you guys. Are you saying he's a part of the town? Like,
I don't know what I'm saying. I don't know if you know what you're saying.
I know what I'm saying. Do you know what you're saying?
Should tell him that he came from the forest.
Now let's keep him as part of our group because he's pretty cool. And if the wrestling match goes bad, he could jump into someone's trunks.
He's actually the third fighter he was talking about.
Yeah.
You're
not wrong. No.
Well, I wish you all good luck.
You as well.
May the best team of goblin killers win.
What did you just say?
Nothing. Bye.
And you walk out.
Yeah.
Jesse, I want to go to like the little store area.
Okay.
Oh man, he's gonna get to walk past me whenever he goes by.
Person greets you. You see, as on your way, you see Jordan working on some herbs in the middle of town.
And the most exciting part about smashing all of the tiny little leaflets into a liquid is watching them break. There's like a crowd of people.
A crowd of people kind of nods.
You see, like the little there's like kids like there's like 5 kids in front of you like crisscross.
Oh yeah, no, I got a couple of them clap at that. Like
by the time I leave, they're all going to be like expert herbalists.
You hear 4 crossbows go off and 4 people drop down dead. The first people to ever die in this town.
I'll greet the person.
Yeah, hi. What can we get for you? What can I do for you? How you doing?
I'm good. I'm looking for some flasks of oil.
We might have would some rendered animal fat work?
No, we want baby oil, please.
Oh, all right. The KY. I got some KY in the back. They're able to come up with a couple of water skins, but filled with
montage.
Well, Kevin looked up the lyrics.
No, I didn't.
I like the idea of like Jordan's character trying to oil himself up with his fur.
It's like a mad ripping sound.
Yep.
It's just like all
to a montage.
It's time to stay at the wine.
I'm just like stuck to something.
Yeah.
Like a fly.
Okay.
Yeah, so they bring me some.
Do you have a price on it there? Because whatever the book has it at.
The book says.
What the heck? I couldn't pay for gold with gold when I was in there, but you had to trade.
Well, yeah, buy stuff.
What? You said I couldn't buy anything. I had to trade.
You're not there. You don't know any of this is happening.
What the? I'm not talking character.
I mean, I was fully prepared to trade, but
yeah, you can pay with silver. They have 2 flasks.
Jesse just doesn't want to admit that he forgot.
No, they just
there's a couple themes in this campaign. Yeah.
So they have 2 flasks.
It's they're water skins. They're made out of leather. It looks homemade, but yeah, it's 2 of them.
Kyle, ask for something fun.
All right. Yeah, I'll take both of them.
Okay. Sounds good to me. Anything else I can help you with today? You're getting excited for the festival?
I am indeed.
Something fun.
It looks like it's starting up pretty soon.
Well, I mean, it's been going on all day.
Well, I mean the main event.
You taking part in the wrestling match?
Apparently so, yeah.
Very nice, very nice. Well, good luck to you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Kyle's character retires and moves in with the storekeeper, becomes like best friends with him. They open a
Probably
mom
the
store.
blacksmith more.
I think he's here fighting the blacksmith.
Yeah, he is, but I don't know that.
Okay. Oh yeah, your character wasn't there.
Yep.
Nope. Yeah.
So anyone?
You okay?
I pay them and then I say,
"What's up?"
Say thank you, my goodbyes, and
Scott was okay. He looked like he had like a stroke for a second there.
Scott has died.
Sorry, I was.
It was like one side was like drooping down, and you're just sitting there, just staring off.
That's what I do.
He's watching football or something.
He probably is.
Probably watching Glastonbury.
I was actually.
Glastonbury. Is that like
Yes.
Sequel to
Bambi?
Bambi.
I'm
What?
a
not
little
good at,
fireball
not
friend.
good at accents.
Does anyone want to do anything else?
Yeah, I want to
before-
make a
I want
whatever
to rub
whatever
oil
check.
all over my body.
I want to make a check, whatever check I need to make to check out the building of or the age of the wood on the
Age
on
of
the
the
buildings and how long the buildings may well have been constructed for.
I wasn't
All
aware
right,
that Sorran was an architect professor.
I'm a
I'd
professor.
say probably nature, or
Would
Doesn't
that be like
Nature?
perception? I feel like that'd be perception,
7.
wouldn't it?
um,
Or history, maybe.
looks kind of old.
Looks kind of old.
It's been there for a while. You can tell that.
Okay.
Well,
At least
it's
a week.
been there for. It's either been there
It's-
for a while or it looks kind of old. It can't be both.
It's both. It's the same thing. It's been there for a good long while. It looks very sturdy. Looks like it hasn't seen much wear or
It's
tear.
been long.
But it looks like
Yeah.
it's been around.
Yeah, I was just giving you a hard time.
He always has a hard time.
Yeah.
Hard.
That was the joke, Jesse. Good job.
Yeah.
I did it. I figured it
Jesse's
out.
starting to understand my level of humor. It never changed from when I was 15.
Neither is Jesse's. Don't worry. And Jesse's in his 30s.
No, mine's like 12. That's
Yeah.
you know.
My level of maturity stopped as soon as I met Jordan.
Insert
I
little
say, if
boy joke
anything,
here.
I just meeting me let you truly find your inner self, and you were content with who you were.
And
And then it cuts to the TFG doing the.
The fucking sunglasses and shit.
Whoa.
I don't think they did that.
that
No, I
was
mean the
tapes.
podcast.
That's
the
how you
podcast.
join.
The village people had a podcast.
Yeah.
No, I was talking about the TFG podcast.
Okay, what's going on? I feel like the DM.
That's
What's going
that's
on?
a relic from the past.
What are you guys doing now?
What are you guys doing now? Is
We had
there
one book
anyone
last
who
month.
do anything
Can we
else?
can we go to the farmer,
The farmer?
the wrestler guy?
Jim.
Oh yeah. You can. You don't know where he's. You know he's off tending a herd.
We're gonna-
I start walking
We're
in
going
a
to
single
start
direction.
walking where we saw the herd earlier. The night
Okay.
before.
All right. You start headed that
Got
way.
a herd
and-
of dogs.
Yeah, exactly.
Is that yours, Jesse? Whose dog is that? I don't
It's,
recognize that bark.
It's my roommate's
mine.
dog.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. It didn't sound like your dog.
Mine's licking your old crotch right now, so there's that.
I'd do it too if I could reach mine. Not your dog's. That'd be weird.
Dude, like, yeah, I was gonna say. Like,
Yeah.
I realized
we just
that-
got banned. Thanks, Scott.
What?
Yeah, you gotta be below the camera when you do that. You gotta do this.
Oh, now we gotta pay a fine.
now we got money coming in. Your vibrator's going off. Right.
And once again, the stream brought to you by Bad Dragon. Use promo code SM. No. All right. So
It actually makes you pay more.
25% tax.
Oh, you'll be paying, all right. I think I'm done. I think I'm done. No, let's walk towards where the herd was previously.
Yep, you're heading out that way. It looks like the herd is a little closer to town now. You can make out more distinct shapes. The animals in question, not really something you've seen before. It looks somewhere in between a cow and a buffalo, I'd say. Almost like a bigger version of a cow.
Some would
A
almost
cowfalo.
say an ox.
A
Cowfalo.
cowfalo.
Or a bow.
And
Cowabunga.
the
Buffalo.
closer you get, buffalo, I like it. So you get closer, you see a shape moving in amongst the herd. Looks to have a robe on of sorts, like a light kind of airy
It's also a
robe.
cow.
It's Ric Flair. Sorry, it's Jim Flair.
Woo! No, and as you get closer, you see a wiry-looking goblinoid. He's walking with a crook.
How tall is he?
Little bit taller than the average goblin.
9'7".
18 feet tall. No, like a little bit taller than an average goblin. So whereas, say, an average goblin is 3-4 feet high, he's maybe 4.5. It's not much higher, but you know. He looks quick though. he sees you guys walking up and he's confused. He has no idea what's going on.
I salute and say hi, Jim.
He kind of looks around.
We're from the future.
The animals. How do you know my name? Who are you?
Jim? We're your mum and dad. I'm the daddy. And Kevin's typing a really big message.
God, it's not a big message.
No, you're not.
It's a big picture.
What do you mean? No, I'm not.
You're not my parents.
Well, not your real parents. No.
We just adopted you in town.
We're physical constructs of what you feel like your parents should have been.
He looks very confused.
He always wanted 2 gay parents. 2 dads.
I'm still the daddy.
He looks like he's trying to figure out if perhaps he shouldn't have eaten that mushroom he found while he was tending.
Can I do a deception check to see if
can we make perception, please, to know if he's eating a mushroom?
That was fluff.
Oh.
Can I please though?
I think he wants to see if he's being deceived.
If who's being deceived?
The goblin.
The goblin who now is being told that they're the gay embodiments of his parents.
That's a 12 with the deception.
His mom came back as a gay man.
He's super confused. He has no idea what is going on. He's looking at you both like you have 3 heads.
To be honest, to have never seen anything that wasn't his own kind in this small, tiny area, he's taking this very well.
I mean, technically we have 4 heads behind us, so...
Jim, I hear you're in the wrestling match later.
Yeah, it should be fun.
Do you have any hopes and dreams, Jim?
Because we're going to break your legs.
I hope I win this match later.
Why?
Because, I mean, it's good to be the champ.
What does being the champ get you?
Respect, of course. I mean, you know, I do all right. Kind of gives you a nudge.
Oh, does your wife know about that?
I mean, between you and the cows, she doesn't need to know, right?
Oh, she
just
will
like you don't need to know that she's with the blacksmith right now, huh?
Jim, if you win the wrestling match this evening, she will know.
Yeah?
I have evidence.
All right, Kyle.
What?
Kyle posted
what
a
do you
picture
mean?
of the 2
of you
elves.
and the hotties from the village.
Why don't you give me some sort of role as far as that goes? Deception, I would say.
Give him a truth-telling role.
Persuasion, perhaps?
Persuasion if you're telling the truth.
I am going to go with intimidation, I think, is probably the key here. Because I'm trying to
He is
bribe
Vince
him.
McMahon.
No, yeah, that's fine.
23.
That works.
Damn.
He seems a little worried. He's like kind of, what do you have on me? What?
Jim, Jim, you should be far more discreet about these things.
I mean, I have been.
And less teeth, Jim. Less teeth. So, do we have a deal?
I don't know what deal you're talking.
Our wrestling manager really is Vince McMahon. This is
You're going to lose the wrestling match, Jim.
I can't promise you that. I'm just
Jim,
one guy.
Jim, you're going to lose the wrestling match.
I mean,
Jim,
I can try.
This is wrestling. You turn your back on your partner.
Apollo pulls out his wooden fidget spinner.
looks at it like he recognizes it, and then I can't turn my back on him, but I'll do my best to lose. Okay?
What's your wife?
Just don't tell
what's
my
your wife called, Jim?
Shouldn't you know that?
Yeah, I just wondered if you remembered.
You love your wife, right?
Of course I do. Give me another intimidation check. He's starting to
Or
lose.
deception.
Or deception. Or deception.
Oh, dang! That is a crit.
Yep.
So what was it? Intimidation? Deception?
Intimidation still.
He's shaking in his boots. He's like, just don't tell her, okay?
He just heard she squirted.
He's making a face where he may have. You're not sure. And he kind of starts rushing back towards the village, like he's shook.
Jim.
He turns a little bit.
I put my fingers to my lips.
Thought you were gonna do it to hit.
Apollo runs up to him and he puts his finger on his lip.
Are you not
he
take...
starts nodding before Apollo does that. Then does that, and he's like, he looks to Apollo, then looks to you, Sorran.
Jim
raises an eyebrow.
Jim, do you not need to take your buffaloes with you?
They're gonna be fine, and he rushes off.
All right, I'm gonna take out both my scimitars.
What's a buffalo? No.
Can I roll initiative against the buffaloes?
You know what's gonna happen if you do that.
If you get stampeded, I'm gonna crack up.
Or it's gonna make all the goblins mad.
Yeah.
You really are? You
No,
want to roll initiative against buffaloes?
No.
Buffaloes.
Buffaloes.
Buffalo.
Or again, oxen.
Yeah.
Or bows.
Or a yak. I mean, that's also gonna be what it is.
Yeah, I mean,
it could be a llama.
You know.
I don't think it could be a llama. I don't think a llama is the fusion of a cow.
Oh, it's a duck.
Yeah.
So
as Jim walks or runs past as he's sprinting through the town, I ask him if he wants to join the seminar as I'm sitting there. Another weird.
It's like half the town at this point.
I also like to hope his wife is also watching me doing this.
And she's like she's unusually close to Earth.
She's watching you with a mortar and pestle, and she's like, I remember when Jim used to do that. He seemed ever so distant of late.
All he ever talks about is his buffaloes.
All he ever talks about is his big buff blacksmith friend.
That he was...
Oh. So, does anyone want to do anything else before?
No.
I think my day's pretty much set for me.
Yeah, and I think
do you have?
How's my little fireball friend doing?
He's good. He's chilling. Everywhere you go, he seems to be kind of looking around and taking it all in. He hasn't left your shoulder at all.
Can we start teaching him common, like little bits and pieces of it? Is that something we could? Is that something we could do, like in the game?
Anything is possible in D&D.
We try and teach him the first, which is walk up. Depth perception. Depth perception.
Yeah, I mean, with imagination and a good roll, you could. So if you want to try and teach him common, you be my
I wasn't sure because like it's yeah.
Quasi-intellectual hobnobbery.
Is there like any like sticks or twigs on the floor?
You can find some while you're walking around.
The house made them.
I'll pick some up every once in a while and give it to him.
Every time you do, it kind of like hops around in joy, kind of gives a little happy squeak and starts munching on it. They're like, looks like they're snacks to him almost. Like you're giving him a doggy treat.
Gotcha.
Scott got excited at that one.
I like our little fighter buddy. It's a shame he's probably going to end up being a bad guy. But until then, he's fun.
No, I think his mom's going to kill us. But
yeah.
We'll get to that point.
Well, there's apparently they had no idea these fire things existed here, and he just happened to get here whenever, wizard guy did. But yeah. Kevin's like falling down the stairs or something. I don't know what he's doing.
No, he's milking an ancient cow.
With my fidget spinner.
All right, so if no one has anything else to do, we can probably head on to the wrestling match.
Yay!
Next week, because
Next
now
Good
good time to stop.
So,
So next
Wow,
week,
we didn't do any encounters in that one. That
I
was
don't think
all
we did
roleplay.
the one before either.
Yeah, we did.
I don't know. It was a lot more
Yeah,
fun
we-
not having to fight, though.
Last week we had the one in the
That was
beginning.
this week was like straight
Gotcha.
roleplay.
I think the roleplay was the most fun.
That's what people seem to like. So anyway, next week, before then, we will need. So we have the village people.
Yeah,
You're
that's
gonna
us.
Yeah.
You're gonna need your names.
The Underquaker.
cowboy,
And-
Indian, policeman.
I mean, you can.
Construction worker.
There you go.
Why do we-
Done and
why-
done.
Scott, I
So-
think you mean Native American.
Oh
No.
damn!
No,
I mean, a man from India.
All right.
he's Asmad. His character from Fun Employed.
Oh,
Hey,
no, my
must
name
be-
is Asmad.
Oh god!
Is it more racist because he's British, or
No, what? Why would that change anything?
Why is that?
because there's
Yeah.
more?
It's just completely
more of an Indian-
racist.
There's
doesn't
more
matter
Indian
where I'm from.
population. Well, there's more Indian people in Britain than there are in the fucking
See, I don't
US.
really know if it's racist when you're doing an impression of someone's accent.
No,
I think
it's not. Unless you're being racist. That's
Kevin doing Scott's accent's racist.
Especially when you do it that badly.
Especially whenever Kevin is
Yep.
literally a different race than Scott.
dun, dun, dun.
He is?
Yeah, he's a human. You're a half elf.
Oh, good point.
Whoa, it's like I'm the only person that's not white. in the-
Racist in the village.
Which is weird because in TFG, it's like other than Kyle and I guess Matt because he's British, we're like the only white people. Everybody else is like Hispanic or
Or-
Asian
British
or,
isn't
Yep.
white.
or Alex being a Native American.
We had a half black.
He's
person
not.
for a
He's
little bit.
no. We had Elik and he was the black. member.
We never had a full black member yet. It's just a half.
Yeah,
black.
that's why we can only make half black jokes.
Yeah, we can't make black jokes. Just half black jokes.
They only eat half a watermelon.
Yeah. Hey, we don't have a
On
black
that
member
note,
right now.
thanks for joining us, everybody.
I mean, that's what he'd say though, and then I'd tell him he's only black from the stomach up.
Makes sense.
Thank you very much for joining us.
Next week, the Royal Rumble.
And I'm still convinced they're all watching. me
You didn't
because
tell
they
us
think
there
he
was an
doesn't-
over-the-top rope stipulation.
He also
No.
didn't tell you it was a cage match.
As
How
they
the hell are you
lower
gonna throw
the
him over the
cage.
rope?
It's actually a Hell in the Cell match.
Yeah.
So there's
I'll
fire
see
all
you
around
on
it.
Monday.
Fused with a ladder game.
Everything else here is made
Yes.
of wood apart from the massive steel cage that we didn't roll perception on,
we
hanging
didn't.
above the
It didn't
town.
roll high enough. It
just
slowly
like-
lowers
It's
down.
just like 30 feet in the air. How do we not see that?
The helicopter slowly lowers it down as the
I
searchlights
wonder,
like are blazing various
I
colors
wonder
From the
why there
wooden
was a-
mud house.
I wonder why there was a crisscross shadow on the floor, but I couldn't quite figure it out.
I just thought it was the forest.
I thought it was the
What was
grid.
that?
Yep.
I thought it
what
was
was
the
that?
5 foot by 5 foot grid. I didn't
What was
realise.
that
The house-
constant
The house is all
jumping?
fold out in the stadium, like forms out from within.
Actually, you're not far off. Yeah. So thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next week. I hope for the amazing wrestling contest. Thanks to all my lovely friends for playing.
Mm,
Friends. I have friends. We're playing games.
Sure.
Lots of
no.
fun.
But yeah, thanks for joining us, everybody, and we'll see you next week. We better, or else I'll send Scott after you, and he'll hunt you down
He'll be really racist.
and do his bad Indian accent.
Oh,
at
I
you.
am coming for you.
Weaponized accents.
Okay, on that note, thanks for watching, everybody.
Till next time, everybody.
Bye.
Bye bye.
love you.